Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and today we're going to take a first look at the brand new Marvel Legends Retro 375 action figures from the folks over at Hasbro. Now, I have already posted a detailed interview with the Marvel Hasbro team that talks all about this brand new line. So if you haven't already seen that interview, make sure you check that out after this video to get some more information on this brand new upcoming line. I figured since I still had these on loan from Hasbro, I would go ahead and film a full actual review or in detailed look so we can get a close look at these upcoming action figures before I have to return these back to Hasbro. So what I have here are some very early samples. The figures do not actually ship until December, but this will give you guys a good look at what to expect when these do arrive. So I've got the first three sets right here. These are going to be the Hasbro Pulse exclusives for 2020. These come in 2 packs featuring Black Panther and Captain America, Spider-Man and Electro, and Iron Man and Cyclops. So they're really fun little team-ups here. And when you order these, you're going to get them in these really cool mailer boxes, which are really awesome because they resemble comic book covers. They're actually about the same size as an actual comic book there, but of course, you know, they're a little thicker to house 2 carded action figures within. But even these mailer boxes feature some really incredible artwork that do a good job of looking like the old Marvel team-up type comics or something like that. I love the Marvel Comics Presents logo at the top. Beautiful artwork on there. I think it is absolutely fantastic. And then the back of those boxes actually just show you what 2 figures are included inside. So let's go ahead and open these up. I want to show you guys the carded figures within these boxes here. So let me move these out of the way. So opening up that first box, we've got our carded Iron Man and our carded Cyclops action figure. You can see they're going to come out of those mailer boxes on beautiful straight card backs. They're going to be unpunched, and these definitely have an amazing retro aesthetic. Very similar to what you saw especially from Kenner, which is exactly why they've got the Kenner logo included on these figures. You've got the action figure housed in a blister bubble off to the left. We've got some amazing artwork over here on the right side of the package, and you can see every card back is a little different, unique to the character that is included there. Really awesome artwork. And then when you flip those around to the backside, again, paying homage to some of the older Marvel action figures, you can see there's like a cutout for a trading card. There's a little bio. You can see that comic spread in the background. Check out Moon Knight right there. Heck yeah, Moon Knight. So really cool stuff. The ones that are coming in these 2 packs are also going to have these foil gold first edition stickers right there on the card back. So only the ones that are coming from Hasbro Pulse in 2020 are going to have those. These are going to get a full retail release next year where you'll actually just buy these single carded figures on store shelves, and they will not have that gold sticker on there. So just so you guys know what's going on with the first edition stickers. Okay, so let's get a closer look at Spider-Man and Electro here. Again, amazing card backs, bright colors. I really love that Spider-Man one. That is fantastic. The blues and the reds and the yellows there, brightly glowing. I just think it looks fantastic. So I love too, because these are both Spider-Man characters, so they have the similar cityscape with the web effect up there at the top, which is very cool. And then again, you've got the bios and the trading card cutouts on the back. And that's going to bring us over to our third and final set that we're taking a look at today, which is Captain America and Black Panther. Very cool team up there. And you can see their card backs are incredible. Love the city of Wakanda in the background for Black Panther there. Captain America's got the red, white, and blue star-spangled banner kind of look going on. It is very cool. Very eye-catching. And again, you got those trading cards and the bio on the back of the box. So the card backs are really beautiful on these. I think they're going to be fantastic display items for anybody that loves doing the mint on card collecting. These are really going to stand out in your collection. So great retro aesthetic on the packages themselves, but we're going to go ahead and look at them loose out of the packaging as well so you guys can see what to expect with these brand new 3 3/4 inch scale action figures. So here's what our new Retro 375 figures look like outside of the packaging, and of course, if I bring in the tape measure, you can see that they are just a little bit shy of a full 4 inches tall. So they technically fall a little bit between a 3 3/4 inch and 4-inch scale. But they are very, very cool looking. Like, to be perfectly honest, I am really impressed with these. They absolutely capture that retro feel of some of the classic Marvel action figures. But what does make these stand out is that Hasbro decided to put them in the 3 3/4 inch scale rather than the typical 5-inch scale that most of the Marvel action figures were presented in those retro toy lines from companies such as Toy Biz. But they still kind of took those retro aesthetics from a lot of those older toy lines to bring into these new lineups right here. So they went with that 4-inch scale because they were thinking classic Kenner. What if Kenner had done some Marvel action figures back in the heyday? However, these aren't presented as retro figures in the sense that they have like vintage style sculpts, because they still kind of have modern sculpted details, but they are presented in that retro style as far as like the colors go and as far as the articulation goes. So for example, all of the figures feature the same very similar body type with the same type of articulation, with the heads just turning left and right at the neck, the arms moving up and down at the shoulders, the wrists turning, so you can actually turn the forearms with the hands. They're on like a swivel there. And then you can move the legs forwards and backwards. So it's actually 7 points of articulation in these little figures here. Now these, like I said, are early samples that I have here, but I will say that they look amazing. The colors really pop on these guys. I absolutely love some of the choices that were made, such as with Cyclops' look here. And these feel really good. Like I said, they really do have that retro kind of throwback feel to them, but they are solid action figures. I know that there are fans out there that like to carry action figures around in their pocket, especially when they're going like on road trips and stuff. I could totally see these being like road trip figures, right? These are seriously cool. And look, I know that a lot of fans out there love the super articulated action figures, but you know, Marvel Legends in the 6-inch scale, super articulated still exists. These totally stand on their own as this very niche retro type item, and I think that they are a lot of fun. I gotta say that Iron Man here really stands out to me because he totally captures the feeling of the old Secret Wars Iron Man action figure, which is one that I loved as a kid. I loved my Secret Wars Iron Man figure. The color palette on this really matches that with the bright red and the bright yellow, and he seriously harkens back to that vintage toy, which I really, really love. Electro is really great because he's got that extra sculpted detail going on with the mask there, which looks great. He's got the lightning bolts coming off of the gloves. Black Panther is great because he's got like the blue gloves and boots. Basically, Hasbro was trying to kind of capture the look of the way Black Panther was often drawn in those old comics, you know, where the blacks just kind of looked more like blues with shaded details there. So that's what we've got going on for that figure. And then Captain America is the only one that comes with an accessory because he's got a shield. You can't have Cap without a shield, even though some of those vintage figures did have Cap without a shield. But you can see they use the little C-clip on the back of the shield there, so that can attach to either one of his wrists. It is a bit of a softer plastic. You can see it's a bit pliable there, but it does clip to his wrists. And again, he just looks so good. These figures feel so fantastic. I keep talking about retro action figures, so I definitely want to stand these guys alongside some of their vintage action figure counterparts, just so you can see them standing side by side with those. So Spider-Man specifically, I've got a whole bunch of vintage Spider-Man action figures here, so let's stand some of them side by side. Everything from the Mego Pocket Heroes, to the Secret Wars figure from Mattel, to 2 offerings from Toy Biz, and then you can see the brand new one from Hasbro all the way over on the right there. So you can definitely see the scale. He's quite a bit smaller. He's very close to that Mego Pocket Heroes one. Captain America, of course, has been presented in several figures in those retro lines, like the Secret Wars one, like the Toy Biz one. The new one definitely feels much more Secret Wars. And again, so does that Iron Man. I mean, seriously, that's my actual retro Secret Wars Iron Man figure from when I was a kid. Right there standing alongside this new Iron Man figure. I love it. It is so cool looking at these two side by side. So there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this first look at this brand new lineup of action figures coming from Hasbro. Like I said, these are being offered as 2-packs exclusively on Hasbro Pulse, and they will be shipping in December. These are the first 3 offerings, which is 6 action figures. But then in 2021, these are going to be full retail releases, and it sounds like they've got full lines planned. So there's going to be several characters you're going to be able to buy on store shelves come next year. Special thanks to Hasbro for allowing me to borrow these so that we can get some really great video footage of these before they're actually released. These will be going in a box and going back over to Hasbro. But again, they did do an interview with me as well about this line. So if you haven't already watched it, make sure you click over and watch that interview next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.